South Dakota VFW state baseball action continues right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube and on KDSJ's Facebook Live on Facebook. Game number 2, it's going to be between the MVP Titans and the West Central Trojans. MVP, the 3rd seed after going 0-1-1 yesterday in pool play in the company pool. Meanwhile, West Central, the 2 seed, after going 1-1 and allowing 11 total runs. As, again, both teams getting ready to take the field for starting lineups. Just moments ago, the number 3 seed in the Battalion League upset the 2 seed in the company pool as WIN beat Belfouche in what was a very fun game to watch, with the final being 10-9 with the Gators with another classic Gator comeback. They have punched their ticket to the semifinal versus Mulbridge. The winner of this game will go on to face the Dinos of Hamlin Clark Willow Lake. And Clayson Davis on the call here with KDSJ-TV, joined by Steve Ammerman, former South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year and the voice of the Black Hills State University Yellow Jackets, along with Technical Director award-winning Braden Strain as well. So I'm just surrounded by superstars this entire tournament.
Yeah, you're in the company of greatness, sir.
I know. I feel like I'm with the best of the best.
You know, you're talking about these matchups and stuff just now. We talked about this yesterday, and we said this. Don't you feel all these teams are equal?
There's
really, not a dominant team.
There really
like,
hasn't
okay,
been,
they're the best.
There really hasn't been a single team that is just risen above the rest. I mean, if you were to have your guesses, it would be, Mulbridge, they looked really good in game 1, but then they fell apart versus West Central. West Central led versus the Gators, and the Gators came back and won. The Gators lost game 1 because they didn't have enough gas, but then they came back and won 2 different games while trailing. And MVP, you thought after getting shell-shocked by Belfouche that they would lay one down versus West Central. No, they came back versus the Dinos. They came back and actually tied with the Dinos. And the Dinos, again, with a gritty win versus Belfouche. And Belfouche had a win and then about beat the Dinos. And pretty much long story short, like you said, no one has really just taken this tournament by storm. And it's going to be a very interesting day of tournament action to see who's going to be able to play for a state championship.
It's really about executing, how serious you are about playing, the game, and executing. I think what it comes down to with any of these teams, because we've seen teams come back and we've seen little mistakes, maybe a drop 3rd strike. They got away from the catcher and a guy gets safe at first, giving an extra out. It's just all the little things. That's pretty much what's decided most of the games.
Pretty
much. First 2 days.
It's our Jake's Collision Repair countdown. The first pitch brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair in Spearfish and in Sturgis. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, and on thanks at 32 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. All 3 of us, Steve Clayson and Technical Director Braden Strain, in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, the official sports medicine provider to several teams in the Black Hills and in Northeast Wyoming. As we have the VFW pledge for both teams there at center field. Again, thanks for tuning in to KDSJ-TV on YouTube and also on Facebook. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, whether it be here in the Northern Hills or in any of these towns in this year's state tournament, or if your family watching out of the state. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to KDSJ-TV. If you missed any of the action from yesterday or Game 1, and don't worry, you can rewatch any game anytime right here on our YouTube channel and on Facebook Live. West Central 1-1 in Battalion Pool. They are the number 2 seed of the 3 seeds. Meanwhile, MVP, the only team so far without a win, but they had a gritty performance versus the Dinos, who were the number 1 seed in the company pool. They tied 6-6 to have a record of 0-1-1. The winner will advance to take on the area Dinos for a shot at the state championship. The loser will play Belfouche for 5th place, as the Trojans of West Central take the field first It will be the home team, and with our Dana Dental Arts starting lineups, it's our very own Steve Ammerman.
All right, I was just looking at the scorecard, and I was trying to figure out who was pitching for West Central because they did not list the pitcher on their scorecard, but I did figure it out finally. Carson Johnson is pitching today. He is not listed as the pitcher there. He's listed as number 11 on the deal, but he is pitching.
Process of elimination.
Exactly. So he's pitching this game for West Central today. So let's give you the lineups for the visiting team first, MVP. And they'll go with Walker Van Gorp, left fielder, batting first. Keegan Hill, the center fielder, batting second. Tice Feister, he's been everywhere. He's a left-hander that's caught. He's played shortstop today. He's the starting pitcher for the Titans, and he'll bat third. Tanner Baker's the catcher. He'll bat cleanup. Paxton Nedved, third base, will bat fifth. Mason DeGeest is at second again today. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh, Ethan Hoffman, the shortstop. Will Tobin in right field bats eighth. Preston Nedved is the first baseman, and he will bat ninth. Defensively today for West Central in left field, it's Andrew Holtzman. In center field, it's Talon Sickmiller, and in right field, Kane Grace. The infield, third base, it's Cooper Ball. The shortstop is Hayes Kane. The second baseman is Eli Kane. And at first base, Maddox Jackson. Doing the catching today for West Central is Hayden Whiting. And the pitcher, as we mentioned, Carter Johnson. So that's a look at the Dana Dental Arts starting lineups brought to you by Dana Dental Arts. I looked at the temperatures just a few moments ago. It said it was 88 right now in Belle Fourche.
Starting to get warmed up here in the center of the nation. High of 95 today. And again, this is the start of Game 2 of 4 games today here on KDSJ-TV. And first pitch, Game 2, coming right at 12:41. And MVP leading things off, number 7, that's Walker Van Gorp. He starts off the strike.
Van Gorp's had a nice tournament. Very athletic player, left-handed batter, likes to swing the bat. He swings and misses at that one, and the count is 0-2 on the leadoff hitter for MVP. They've been very competitive, but they're 0-1-1. They had 0-1-1, a loss and a tie yesterday for MVP. And the next pitch is inside, and that might have nicked him on the foot there coming through. Yeah, it did. They're going to say he's been hit by a pitch. And Van Gorp is on to start the ball game for MVP. That'll bring up Hayden Whiting. Hayden catching today, or I should say Keegan Hill, the center fielder, my bad. The center fielder for MVP, left-handed hitter, another left-hander. And they'll go 3 left-handers right at the top of the order with Van Gorp, Hill, and Feister. So Johnson from the stretch, right-handed pitcher. And squaring is Keegan Hill, and he does not offer at the pitch, and it's outside for a ball, so the count 1-0.
Also, going on here in the Northern Hills, Spearfish Post 164 in action versus the 22 Hard Hats. Say versus action, but right now it's 23-1.
Post 22?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that is an additional game to the schedule.
That was added this week.
And here's a steal attempt, and in safely is Van Gorp. He's with the steal. You know, in the Legion standings, you have to play 14 South Dakota opponents. Post 22 only had 13 after their games this week, so they needed to add an additional, so they didn't take a hit in the power rankings.
Yes, and
Class
Spearfish was in the same group because they had a game canceled versus Brookings, and then with Sturgis being ineligible for this year's Legion playoffs, those games no longer counted, and Spearfish had 4 games versus Sturgis.
Yeah, Post 22 hosting the state tournament, so they've got the automatic bye, but they're working on getting the top seed, as that's where they were at. Okay, back to this game. At the plate, it's Keegan Hill. After Van Gorp has stole second, the count is 3-0 now on Hill for MVP. Johnson from the stretch, 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 3-1. Just underway here in Belle Fourche. First game of the day goes to WIN. They beat Bell 10-9 to advance to play in the semifinals later this afternoon against Mobridge. Hill, left-handed hitter for the Titans, will walk. And the bases now first and second. The two players to start the game for the Titans are on, and that'll bring up Tice Feister. Tice will be handling the pitching duties today. He also took care of pregame warm-ups for him. He was hitting the fly balls and the ground balls to his teammates before the game. Left-handed batter. And he'll step in with his shirt untucked. They're going to ask him to tuck in his shirt here. Well, looks like he just tightened his belt. All right.
You want to keep that belt tight.
First and second with nobody out. And Johnson pitching from the stretch for West Central. And that's swung on and hit out towards the shortstop, backing up, and he can't come up with it. He might have lost it in the sun. He picks it up. He's got a force out at third, and he got him. Van Gorp, I don't know why they're throwing around on Van Gorp. Or was that the infield fly rule? He was in the outfield grass?
I don't.
First and second? Yeah, maybe that's it, and the ball becomes alive. I think everybody's confused right now.
Yeah, because there's 2 Titans over at first. Okay, one is, I believe, just first base
Okay,
coach.
so the batter is out automatically. It's an infield fly, and the base runners go at their own discretion.
Risk. Yes, okay.
And he was able to get back, so there wasn't a foul force out on third because the batter was out.
Okay, that makes sense.
And here's the pitch in for a strike, and the count now 0-1 on Tanner Baker. Baker in the cleanup spot today. He's the catcher. So Van Gorp at second, and Keegan Hill, the runner at first base with 1 out for MVP. Here's the pitch, and it gets through the legs of the catcher, rolls behind him. He'll pick it up and will not be able to make a throw to third. So Van Gorp moves up to third, and Hill into second. And MVP has runners at second and third with 1 out.
So right now, MVP, again, the only team right now without a loss, but being aggressive on the base paths and got a few gifts from West Central as well to put 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out. Johnson
takes a look at the runner at third. Here's the pitch, and that breaks in for a ball. Ducking was the batter, Tanner Baker.
If he didn't duck, it would have been right in the ear hole.
2-1 is the count on Baker. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Johnson. Pitch, swung on and missed. And the count evens out at 2-2. Again, the winner of this game will play in the semifinals tonight at around 5:30 against the Area Dinos, who were the winner, the number 1 seed out of the pool today in the company pool. Here's the pitch from Johnson to Baker, low and inside, and we have a full count. 3-2 is the count. Just underway, top of the first inning. And MVP with an opportunity to get on the board right away.
Of course, in game number 1, the 3 seed from the battalion pool upset the 2 seed from the company pool, and West Central, the 2 seed in battalion, and the 3 seed MVP Titans out of company will have the bases loaded after the full count walk with 1 out.
So Baker's aboard, and that takes us to the number 5 hitter today, the third baseman Paxton Nedved. And he's got a chance to drive in some runs here with the bases loaded. Yeah, just 1 out.
He had a tough day yesterday fielding the ball. He got hit multiple times. Was a little bit limpy. I believe that hot tub at the hotel felt great to get himself rested up for today.
See what he does here against Johnson from the windup, and the first pitch outside for a ball.
We alluded to this multiple times in game 1, Steve, but now is where your pitching depth shows here in this part of the tournament. Go through 2 games, especially every single game being competitive, at least at one point in time. And you wonder how many arms and how fresh arms you'll have the rest of the tournament.
And the pitch for a ball, and that's the advantage of winning your pool, because today you only have to play 1 game, where everyone else, if they want to continue to advance, has to play 2.
So now it's 2-0 for Paxton Nedved. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Double play is in effect here.
And that's in there for a strike.
Right over top of home for Johnson. 2-1. Hit by pitch and a walk. No hits yet for the Titans.
And he's gone 3-1 now to Paxton Nedved. Blue uniform day again. Both teams wearing the blue unis. MVP and West Central.
MVP with the white numerals and Titans across the front. West Central with the yellow riding on the front. And the 3-1 in the dirt. 1 run scores.
That brings in a run, and we've yet to have a base hit. And it's 1-0 MVP with 1 out and the bases full, and that'll bring up Mason DeGeest. DeGeest, the second baseman for the Titans, right-handed hitter. Steps in against Carter Johnson, and time has been called. Greg Warren, the umpire, thought time had been called by West Central. They actually did not. He apologizes to them. And now Johnson, or rather MVP. Now that pitch hits the batter. That's 2 hit batters and 2 runs in now here in the top of the first inning. Not the start West Central wanted today. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ethan Hoffman. Checking to see if Mason DeGeest is all right. And one of the coaches for West Central will make his way out to the mound. Gives us a chance to thank our sponsors of the broadcast, Main Street Insurance in Hartford, Ike Law Office in Hartford, Dakota Community Bank, CIP Insurance Agency, Gas and Goodies, and Grand Central Station C-Store, all in Mobridge. Also today's game brought to you by Fall City Construction in Humboldt. If the unexpected has happened and you need fire or water restoration or a remodeling project, contact Fall City Construction. Their number is 605-838-6708, or check them out on Facebook. That's Fall City Construction in Humboldt. Thank you to all who helped bring us the broadcast this weekend. And a coach talking to the pitcher, another coach over talking to the hit batter on that last play. And I think we're ready to get back to action. Bases loaded and just 1 out. 2 runs in already here in the top of the inning for Mount Vernon-Plankington. And Ethan Hoffman will step in, the shortstop, batting 7th, already the 7th batter in this first inning for the Titans.
Rojas will be the courtesy runner for DeGeest.
And here's the first pitch. Take. And it's a strike to Hoffman.
Again, 2 runs across and no base hits for MVP. Lost 15-2 in Game 1 versus Bellefouche yesterday, and then tied with the area Dinos in 5 innings, 6-6. But they stormed back to tie that game.
And the count now 1-1. To Hoffman. Here's the pitch from Johnson. And that's swung on, and there's a ball hit out towards the second baseman. He'll make the catch. Quick throw to first. They got the double player. So the courtesy runner, Rojas, off the bag a little. It's caught by the second baseman. He flips to first for the double play, and West Central gets out of it. And 2 runs scored in the first inning by MVP. We played a half inning. It's the Titans 2, West Central coming up on KDSJ-TV.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
To deer crossings, it's just part of life. When it happens, take it to Jake's Collision Repair with 2 locations in Sturgis and Spearfish. Locally owned and serving the Black Hills for over 15 years, Jake's delivers top quality repairs using state-of-the-art equipment, advanced training, and eco-friendly paint systems. Their technicians are ICAR and PPG certified, and they work with any insurance company. So when collisions happen, and they will, choose Jake's Collision Repair.
Monument Health.
Steve Ammerman, Clayson Davis, Technical Director Braden Strain. Just KDSJ, I am surrounded by greatness. Feel like I'm the drummer in the band Damn Yankees with Ted Nugent and Tommy Shaw.
Who was the drummer in the Damn Yankees?
Can't remember his name, but he went on to drum for the reincarnated Lynyrd Skynyrd from 1999 on.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes.
So your music knowledge is very good.
I'm just kind of an 80s and 90s nut. But, yeah, first time figured out that the Damn Yankees, a super group formed by Tommy Shaw from Styx and Ted Nugent because he was bored. And then those two paired up with Jack Blades from Night Ranger.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah. Not a lot of people knew that, I found out.
Really?
I would reference the band, and everyone's like, wait, the Motor City Madman played for the Damn Yankees? Like, yeah.
All right, bottom of the first inning, West Central down 2-0. Pitching Tice Feister, left-hander for MVP. It's Hayes Kane leading it off for the Trojans. The shortstop. But they escaped. It could have been a really big inning, West Central did. Got that double play to end the inning. Here's a swing and a miss. And the count now 1-1 on the leadoff hitter, Hayes Kane. So then it'll be Hayden Whiting, the catcher, batting second. Eli Kane, the second baseman, batting third for West Central. Left-hander Feister delivers. Ball. And I've noticed in his warm-ups between innings that his hat was falling off a lot in the warm-ups and having a hard time keeping his hat on his head. But it fell off that time. 2-1 count. Pitch to Kane. And swing and a miss. And the count 2-2.
Michael Cartolone was the drummer.
For the damn Yankees?
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that.
I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. It's Italian. But yeah, was unknown at the time, and he went on to, after the band broke up after 1992, he went on to drum for Leonard Skinner.
Well, base on balls as we take a break from Clayson's damn Yankees update.
You learn
A
something
walk.
every day.
Yeah.
Just feeling, just between you and Braden, I just feel like just formed a super group in the Northern Hills.
All right, a runner on first. That's Kane. Hayden Whiting, the catcher, will bat for West Central. Right-handed batter against the left-handy. A little hesitation there from the stretch. And Feister delivers. And the first pitch is a ball.
Make sure that slow delivery when he keeps his leg up in the air that he doesn't force a balk as well.
Yeah, trying to freeze the runner. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for a ball, and he's fallen behind 2-0 on Hayden Whiting. Whiting takes a look down for the signals from the third base coach. And the West Central catcher in the box waiting a 2-0 pitch. Here's that hesitation and the pitch from the stretch, and there's ball three. A lot of pitches thrown here in the first half inning, as we have not recorded an official out here in the bottom of the first. And Feister's 3-0 is in there for a strike, 3-1.
Seen Feistner all over the plate here in this tournament. Game one, he was the catcher, then he played shortstop in that tie versus the Dinos. Gets to start on the mound today.
Kane, the runner at first. Oh, they got him picked off. That little hesitation. Throw to first, down to the shortstop covering the bag, and he'll race down Kane and tag him on the back for the first out of the inning.
You know, that hesitation on the windup.
It worked.
It worked. That's what he tried getting a few times, and this time Kane bit on the bait, and that's going to be the first out for West Central, and it clears the bases.
So one away. Count is 3-1 on Hayden Whiting, and now nobody on base for the Trojans. And before the pitch,
And now I think some rowdy fans over there at right field has an issue with the call, and our law on the diamond enforcing the law being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, had some stern words.
and now batting. Or continuing his at bat is Hayden Whiting, swinging and missing, and the count now 3-2. And the 3-2. Called strike. Got him. Second out of the inning. Feister records his first strikeout. As they go around the horn, they throw it out into the outfield. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Eli Kane, for West Central, right-handed hitter. So a pickoff and now a strikeout, and there's two away in the bottom of the first inning with MVP leading 2-0. First pitch from Feister, that hit him. We've had three batters hit by pitch here in the first inning and first inning and 2/3 of this game. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Talon Sickmiller.
Talon has had some big at-bats for the Trojans in 2 games. Was a big part of that win versus Mulbridge.
So Talon Sickmiller bats. He's the cleanup hitter today, playing center field. 2 away, runner on first. And the pitch. Strike one, Kane, the runner at first. That's Eli Kane. Outfield pretty much playing straight away. The right fielder a little shaded over to the line in the right field. And the pitch fouled straight back. And it's 0-2 on Sickmiller.
Bit of a breeze picking up here in the center of the nation. Again, blowing, looks like across the diamond from right to left.
Cooper Ball in the on-deck circle for West Central. And here's the pitch to Sickmiller, outside. And the count now 1-2. Johnson threw 24 pitches in the first inning. Feistner's thrown 16 here in the first. And there's pitch number 17 for a ball on the count, 2-2.
Feistner going with that hesitation windup as well. See if he can get Cohen off base.
So Kane, the runner at first base. Feister from the stretch. And he'll throw over this time, and diving back safely at first is Kane.
So we're going to keep it here at 2-2.
Sickmiller checks his swing. Did he go around? No. And the count now full at 3-2. So the runner at first, Kane, will be going. 3-2, 2 outs. Little hesitation. There's the pitch. Called strike 3, and that will put an end to the first inning. So Feister does a nice job, gets out of it, and it's 2-0 MVP after 1. We'll take a timeout, be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic.
Back to South Dakota VFW tournament action. This is game number 2 of 4 games scheduled for today, as this is, I guess you could say, the quarterfinals for the bracket. MVP leading West Central 2-0. Thank you to more of our sponsors, and let's thank our friends at St. Ange Livestock. Premier livestock facility in both cattle and sheep sales, offering a range of events throughout the season. Thank you to Justin Tupper and the crew at St. Ange Livestock for sponsoring our broadcast here on KDSJ-TV.
Will Tobin leading off the top of the second inning for MVP, the number 8 hitter, playing right field today. Takes a strike from Carson Johnson. Johnson threw 24 pitches in the first inning. There's a ball, and the count is 1-1. Neither team with a hit in that first inning, but we had a lot of base runners.
And a lot of hit by pitches through the first inning as well.
3 through 1. There's a ball, and the count now 2-1.
West Central again with a win over Mulbridge and the loss to the Gators. And how about, let's go with the 4th hit by pitch today.
So Will Tobin's aboard. as he's hit by a pitch. And he'll make his way to first base. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the order today for MVP. That would be Preston Nedved, the first baseman. So Tobin's aboard after being hit by the pitch. That's 3 batters hit by Johnson already. We're in the top of the second, nobody out. 2-0, MVP with the lead. Johnson from the stretch. And a bunt. Third base charges. He's going to go to first. And getting the job done as Nedved gets the sacrifice bunt. And Will Tobin moves over to second base. He's there now with 1 out.
Good job by the third baseman, Cooper Ball. Saw the bunt immediately and closed the distance quickly and able to glove it off the ground and make the darted throw over to Jackson. Played the bump perfectly, and MVP has a runner in scoring position just with 1 out.
And they're back to the top of the order. Van Gorp swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play on the right or left side. And behind in the count, 0-1. So the runner at second is Tobin. He reached after being hit by a pitch, sacrificed over to second. He's there with 1 out and time taken.
Both teams looking for their first base hit here at the top of the second.
Van Gorp swings and fouls one over on the left side out of play. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. And if you just joined us, first game today, WIN Gators beat Belfouche 10-9. They advanced to play Mobridge in the semifinals. That'll be the next game coming up at 3 o'clock.
That's a line drive that's going to go fair over to right field. So MVP, their first base hit of the day, is going to be a double. That scores a run. Titans up early, 3-0.
Walker Van Gorp rips one down the right side. He's got the double for the RBI. And the Titans have extended their lead. Good bit of hitting. He had 2 strikes. And Van Gorp drives in the run. That'll bring up the center fielder, Keegan Hill.
Right down the first base foul line. So the first base hit makes it 3-0. MVP on top of West Central.
First pitch to Hill is a ball. 1-0. So Van Gorp now the runner at second. Johnson the pitcher for West Central. And Hill asks for time. Johnson now with the 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike.
Bit of a sidearm delivery from Johnson on the mound and throwing from the stretch. Count tied at 1-1.
And pitch inside low. 2-1 is the count. Johnson, long look at the runner at second, and pitch way outside.
That one looked like just slipped out of his hand with, again, that sidearm delivery. Sweeps it across the plate. This one let go a little too early. It's now 3-1.
Pitch to Hill. He rips one into right field for a base hit. Here comes Van Gorp around third, and he puts on the brakes, falls down. Can he get back to third safely? He does. A late stop sign by his third base coach as Van Gorp was motoring around, slipped on the grass there, but was able to get up and get back to third. And now they've got runners at first and third, does MVP with 1 out. Nice hit there by Keegan Hill. Gets a base hit. That'll bring up the pitcher, Tice Feister. Van Gorp at third and Hill at first. Johnson takes a look over at Hill at first base. There he goes. They're going to try to get in a little rundown pickle. Johnson runs over, looks back at the runner at third, still has the ball, throws it over to the first baseman, Jackson. Jackson looking at the base runner. Now he'll throw it home. The runner is going to be thrown out. But they were very patient.
Very, very patient.
Kept an eye on that base runner at third, and they get the out at home plate. And Hill is into second base, and that's the second out of the inning.
So now just one runner on, and it's at second. Again, very patient from both teams. Van Gorp is trying to see West Central and that first baseman, and Jackson turn his head, and he committed, and West Central baited him into going home.
And the pitch to Feister is a ball, and the count 1-0. Now 2 outs, and the runner at second is Hill for MVP. Titans with 1 run in the inning. They lead 3-0. Johnson's pitch to Feister. Fouled back to the screen.
It's 1-1. 2 outs here in game number 2. This is the final quarterfinal matchup. West Central, the 3 seed in the company pool. Excuse me, MVP, the 3 seed in the company pool. West Central, 2 seed in the battalion.
Outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count. As the 2 pitchers in today's game square off. Johnson for West Central, throwing to Feister of MVP. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Got him.
That is
another hit batter.
I believe that's the 5th one already in this game.
4 Johnson has hit from MVP. So now runners at first and second. 2 outs. And that'll bring up your catcher, Tanner Baker.
So 2 hits for MVP. Scored 1 run. A pickoff at home. Keeps it 3 runs for MVP as Baker fouls pitch number 1 over top of the fence.
So Baker batting. He walked his first time up, right-handed hitter. Runners at first and second. Pitch, ball.
Now 1-1.
Johnson looking at Hill, the runner at second. Pitch in, ball 2.
Just a bit high.
Johnson's 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play again. So 2-2 is the count. Johnson looks in. And the pitch to Baker.
Ooh.
Hit him.
And total of number 6. And the base is loaded with 2 outs.
And here comes one of the coaches for West Central out. That is 5 batters hit by Johnson here, and we're only in the second inning.
Wow. And yeah, Johnson is going to be done.
So he'll come out of the game. We'll take a timeout. 3-0 your score, MVP up. We'll be back with more right after this on KDSJ.
To sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
From soccer.
So the base is loaded. New pitcher for West Central as Johnson's day is done. This is, I did actually not catch the number.
It's actually Hayes Kane, who's playing shortstop into the game to pitch, and his very first pitch is hit into center field, going to drop in front of the center fielder. Here comes one run to score, another runner around third. He'll dive in head first, and he is saved. And a two-run single for MVP.
Two-run score on the base hit to center field.
So the Titans rolling with 2 outs. First pitch and a shot out towards center by Paxton Nedved makes it now a 5-0 lead for the Titans.
Keegan Hill has moved from center field to shortstop for West Central as they have moved their shortstop Hayes Kane to the mound. And the Titans now with a 5-0 lead. They've scored 3 here in the top of the second. And the pitch by Hayes Kane, strike. And now batting for West Central, or I should say for MVP, is Mason DeGeese, the second baseman.
Looks like DeGeese was not quite sure if he wanted to swing at that first pitch, committed late.
He's one of 5 MVP players to be hit by pitch today. Those 2 runs will be charged to Johnson. He hit 5 batters in an inning and 2/3. And now it's Hayes Kane on the mound. His pitch to DeGeese. Ball outside, 1-2. 5-0 is your score. 2 runs in the first for MVP. 3 here in the second. There's 2 outs. Runners at first and second for the Titans. Kane's pitch swung on and missed by DeGeese, and he'll strike out, and that'll end the inning. Played an inning and a half, and MVP has a 5-0 lead over West Central. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
To summer road trips, there's a lot your family needs to bring along. At Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we've got the space to carry it all, and then some. Meet the lineup built for real life. The versatile Chrysler Pacifica, the powerful Dodge Durango, the refined Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the premium Jeep Wagoneer. Whether it's gear, groceries, or the entire family, these vehicles are ready for every adventure. Find the one that fits your family best at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson and Spearfish.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The stadium.
Head to the bottom of the second inning, and MVP pitcher Tice Feister has now been staked to a 5-run lead. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second for the Titans, and they lead West Central 5-0. And leading off the inning, Cooper Ball, the third baseman, swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Ball, his first at bat, 5th in the lineup today for the Trojans. He'll be followed by Maddox Jackson and Kane Grace. There's a ball hit towards right field. The right fielder is there for MVP, and making the catch is Will Tobin for the first out here in the second inning.
Good start for the Titans. Again, West Central just seems like they've been, I don't want to say sleepwalking, but just kind of going through the motions here early in this first game.
That'll bring up Maddox Jackson. Jackson, the first baseman, left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher Feister, and his pitch taken for a strike. 0-1.
Outside corner is the catcher, and Baker set up to the outside on the lefty.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning for West Central, and Jackson fouls that one back. And he's behind in the count, 0-2.
So good start to the mound for Feisner. That was his 23rd pitch.
Coming up in our next game, it's a semifinal matchup, Mobridge against WIN. The 0-2 pitch outside. 1-2 is the count. The winner of this game will play at around 5:30 today against the Area Dinos. Now the home plate umpire makes his way to the mound to talk with Feisner.
Gives us a chance to recognize a few more sponsors, including Main Street Insurance in Hartford, Ike Law Office in Hartford, CIP Insurance Agency in Mobridge, and 212 Trucking and Repair in Clark.
All right, 1-2 count, 1 out. Base is empty here in the bottom of the second inning for the West Central Trojans. Feister to Jackson. There was a fastball, low and outside for ball 2. Outfield pretty much straight away. The left fielder shaded over towards the line, not much against the left-handed batter. And there's a pitch nicely in for a strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
That last pitch just dropped right when it got to the plate, but still clipped the bottom of the line on our KDSJ-TV strike zone. Again, it is unofficial, so it's not the most official thing, but it's about official enough is what we got.
Right fielder Kane Grace, the batter for West Central, right-handed hitter, takes a strike. So 2 away, nobody on in the bottom of the second inning for West Central. And the pitch from Feister to Grace, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, Feisner has been impressive on the mound early.
Feister now, you just rear back, throw strikes. You've got a 5-run lead. Attack the hitters. There's the 0-2, outside for a ball, and the count 1-2.
It's Feisner, as we talked about in the first 2 games when he was catcher and shortstop, he has an arm, and now he's showing it off here on the mound.
Oh, barely fouled off there by Kane Grace. He stays alive on that foul tip, and it remains 1-2. Feister has struck out 3 already. Looking for his 4th strikeout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul tip caught by the catcher, and that's a strikeout, and that will put an end to the second inning. And Feister has not allowed a run through the first 2 innings. It's the MVP Titans 5, West Central nothing. Back with the 3rd inning right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Cheyenne Frontier Days, the 130th.
From the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, top of the third inning, it's MVP batting, leading 5-0. Back on the mound is the pitcher Hayes Kane in relief of Johnson. And leading off the third inning for MVP is the shortstop Ethan Hoffman. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. And Hayes Kane gets him on a swing and a miss. 3 pitches and down he goes. Check out that lineup after the pitching change was made last inning. Johnson, the pitcher, went to third base. And Kane, of course, came in from shortstop, and he went to the mound. And Cooper Ball has moved from third to short for West Central. 1 away. Here's the pitch from Hayes Kane, a ball to Paxton to Will Tobin. And Tobin takes the ball. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Right fielder today for MVP, ahead in the count 2-0.
In the same respect, who hasn't been hit by a pitch?
Well, 5 of them from MVP have been hit. Here's a strike, and it's 2-1.
In game 2 of 4, our first semifinal game will be next up between the Gators and the Mobridge Crusaders.
Ball bounces in. That might have nicked the umpire. Yeah, he says he's all right. Yeah, hit his left hand. Kind of shaking that off. And the count now 3-1. On Will Tobin. Preston Nedved bats next for MVP. And Hayes Kane, right-hander, brings in the 3-1 pitch. That's in for a strike, and the count is 3-2. 90 degrees today in Belfouche. It was 88 about an hour and a half ago, so I'd assume it's warmed up even more.
91.
And ground ball to the second baseman. Fielded there, and the flip to first. And making the play for the Trojans, Eli Kane. Over to Maddox Jackson. And the batter is retired, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the third inning for MVP. And that will bring up the first baseman, or I should say, first baseman Preston Nedved, batting 9th today. And Kane almost hit him. Inside.
Very inside.
You mentioned who has not been hit by a pitch for MVP. Preston Nedved is one. Almost hit there. Here's the pitch outside, and the count is 2-0. 2 outs. Nedved back into the box. And Hayes Kane with the 2-0 pitch. And it's popped up. Called for by the second baseman, Kane. And he'll make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Score after 2.5. 5-0 MVP. We'll be back right after this on KDSJ.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Welcome back to more VFW action. as this is quarterfinal number 2. MVP still leading 5-0 on our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard and sportcast. Clayson Davis and scoreboard, used to my radio show. Clayson Davis and Steve Ammerman. Big thank you to Braden Strain, technical director. He had to dip out and take care of some business in Rapid City, but definitely appreciate his services with this year's coverage of the South Dakota VFW State Tournament. Thank you to some of our sponsors that allow us to be here for this year's coverage, including Fall City Construction. If the unexpected has happened and you need fire or water restoration or remodeling project, contact Fall City Construction at 605-838-6708 or check them out on Facebook. That's Fall City Construction in Humboldt. Also want to thank Waring Motors in Belfouche, 212 Trucking Repair in Clark, South Dakota, American Colloid Company in Belfouche and Colony, Wyoming, and Pete's Clothing, Hodge Bootery in Belfouche.
Andrew Holtzman leading off the third inning for West Central, who's down 5-0. Feistner back to the mound. First pitch of the inning is a ball. Feistner, that is his 32nd pitch thrown today. He's got a 5-run lead.
He's looked impressive on the mound through 3.
Yeah, there's a swing and a miss in the count, 1-1.
Definitely one of the stronger arms we've seen throughout the tournament. I mean, everyone on this, every single person, or every single team has at least one pitcher that can throw hard, and today MVP has put their striker on the mound.
There's a called strike, and Feister jumps ahead in the count. 1-2 on the right-handed hitting Andrew Holtzman. Straight away the outfielders. 1-2 pitch. Ball 2.
Want to be a bit high, and one thing with Feistner, he's tried all over the plate. He's gone inside, he's gone outside, he's done up and down, he's thrown it over the plate.
Holtzman now with a 2-2 count. Pitch from Feister, catches the outside corner, called strike 3, and there's one away.
There again on the 2-2 pitch. He's gone everywhere in the zone, and this time just throws straight over the plate. Makes your batters guess twice about where this ball's going, if they can even catch it or not.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter. That's Aiden Luth with Hayes Kane on deck. Feister's first pitch to Luth is a strike called, and it's 0-1. Luth, the right-handed hitter. Feister working quickly, brings in the 0-1 for another strike, and he's ahead in the count 0-2.
He's looked very good, and now we got a timeout.
Some chatter maybe from the dugout of West Central. And the home plate umpire comes over to tell him to cut it out.
Again, enforcing the law on the diamond. It's being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. And now a brief chat with Stu Mays, West Central head coach. Here's the 0-2.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes on 3 pitches. So 2 strikeouts to start the third inning for Feister. And there's 2 away, and we'll head back to the top of the order for West Central. It'll be Hayes Kane, who started the game in center field, or I should say started the game at shortstop, now pitching for West Central. So 2 away. Kane's second at bat of the day. He walked his first time up. Takes ball 1. Hayes Kane, a right-handed batter. Again, the lefty Feistner on the mound. Trying for a 1-2-3 inning. Ball 2. Looking to strike out the side. He has retired the first 2 by K's. And the count now 2-0. Feister's pitch. Fastball down the middle, foul back to the screen by Kane. And it's 2-1.
He's gone high, and this time fastball that goes low. Kane was ready for it.
So the count 2-1. Feister, pitch. High for a ball. 3-1. So Kane looking to get on with 2 outs. Down 5 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch from Feister. And they have a base runner as he walks. So Hayes Kane's aboard. That'll bring up the catcher, Hayden Whiting. Whiting taking off his catcher's gear as he heads to the plate. And Whiting 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. Now Feister will pitch from the stretch with Kane on first.
There's that hesitation windup again.
Was Kane the one he picked off in the first
yes.
inning? He walked him in the first and then picked him off. And the count 0-1. Feister from the stretch. A little hesitation. He throws. Oh, he was dipping towards second. Throw to first. Got him. Picked him off. Second time today. So the pickoff will end the 3rd. We've played 2.5. It's still MVP 5, West Central nothing. Back with more State Teener Baseball Tournament right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Tonight's lineup is locked and legendary, starting with Treaty Oak Revival and Jesse Murph, Alex Warren with Noah Cyrus, the Red Clay Strays with Wyatt Flores, Riley Green and Trace Adkins, Blake Shelton with Avery Anna, Hardy and Cameron Whitcomb, and Zach Top with Jody Messina. 10 days, 1 legend. Frontier Nights tickets on sale now at cfdrodeo.com.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Clayson Davis, Steve Ammerman, coverage of this year's South Dakota VFW State Tournament. The wind has found us here at the Roundup Sportsplex. 5-0 as our external mics catch the breeze. It's going to be a bit breezy today. High fire danger here in the Northern Hills. High of 95, but again, feels a lot cooler than what it's been for the past week and a half.
Well, they say it's going to get cooler, maybe in the 80s sometime next week.
Also a chance of showers and thunderstorms next week as well. Right now, MVP in control of this one as we go to the top of the 4th. 4-0, looking to be the second lower seed to upset the 2 seed to make it to the semifinals in game number 1. WIN, the Gators beat Belle-Fourche 10-9. Belle-Fourche, the 2 seed in company. West Central's the 2 seed in a battalion. Winner of this one will face the Dinos for a chance to play it with the state title on the line coming up tomorrow. And we are underway here at the top of the 4th.
Walker Van Gorp leading it off. He's 1 for 1. Has scored a run, has driven in a run, and he ropes one to right field over the head of Kane. And he thinks it's gone. And it's up against the fence, and he's on his way to second. He's rounding second. He's going for 3. Here's the relay throw from the Kane, the second baseman, and he's in with a stand-up triple.
Holy cow.
He was at first base, had his hands up like he hit a home run.
Absolute shot. But going into the wind as well, and that went all the way back. If there wasn't any sort of breeze, that probably would have crossed the fence.
So Van Gorp with a lead-off triple. And he's on third base, and that'll bring up Keegan Hill. Pitch to Hill is a ball. So Van Gorp turned on the Jets there and got himself a triple to lead off the inning.
That was the 4th hit for MVP, none for West Central.
Swing and a miss by Hill, count now 1-1. Van Gorp having a nice day, 2 for 2 now. He's the runner at third with MVP up. 5-0. And a pitch for a ball to Hill. Hill is 1 for 1. Has a walk. He has scored 2 runs. And now the count 3-1 on Keegan Hill. Hayes Kane, the pitcher for West Central. And that's popped up. Foul territory left side. Johnson, the third baseman, comes over, but it's well out of play. And the count now 3-2 on Hill.
Again, second pitcher used for West Central today. Needing a win to make it to the semifinals to take on the Dinos.
Pitch to Hill. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. So Kane gets a big strikeout after that leadoff triple, and there's one out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Tice Feister. Feister today, 0 for 1. Has scored a run. Feister, one of the players hit by a pitch today. Ooh, and he's hit by another. So Feister will head to first base. It'll be first and third now with one out for MVP. Second time today that he's been hit. That is the 6th batter hit today by West Central pitchers, and we're in the top of the third inning. Or I should say, yeah, top of the third. Or top of the fourth, my bad. And that will bring up Tanner Baker, the catcher. So Baker now with runners at first and third. And they throw it over to first, and back safely is Feister. And they throw over again, and back safely is Feister. Maybe trying to tire the starting pitcher. They throw over for a third time, and he's back safely. Now, Major League Baseball, they couldn't have done that. You can only do it 2 times when a guy's on base. Baker today, a walk, no official plate appearance. Here's the pitch to him. Tapped out front, foul ball. And the count 0-1 to the MVP catcher.
Is it just me, or is this game getting a little bit chippy between both teams and cheering sections as well?
Could be. The umpire had to go over and warn the West Central bench here earlier. You mentioned the other umpire over talking to the crowd over on the right field side, which is where MVP's at. There's a strike, and the count is 0-2.
And our home plate umpire just held a hand out to the dugout for MVP as well. So some chatter between two teams.
Another foul ball by Baker, and it stays 0-2. Runners at first and third. Van Gorp led off the inning with a triple. He's still there. And the runner at first is Feister, who was just hit by a pitch. One out, and they throw over again at Feister. One of these times it's going to get by the first baseman, and Van Gorp's able to come down the line and score. They've thrown over 4 times now since Feister's gotten aboard. And here's the pitch from Hayes Kane. That is fouled out of play again.
Still here at 0-2.
So Baker back in the box, down 0-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, down he goes. That's the second out of the inning.
So here comes Paxton Nedved. Getting runners in the corners. A huge triple from Van Gorp, and he has been able to score. West Central with runs in the first and second, nothing in the third. Leading 5-0, but one thing this tournament has taught us, no lead is safe.
Hayes Kane just recorded his 4th strikeout since coming into the game for West Central, and he starts off Nedved with a strike. 0-1, 2 outs.
West Central gave up a 4-run lead to lose to WIN yesterday.
Oh, now they got a chance at a pickup. That might have been a balk. He faked the throw.
And they did the balk. They called balk on that, and that will score a run on the balk.
Yeah.
Okay.
The pitcher, that time Hayes Kane, faked the throw, didn't throw it to first base, and the balk will move the runner from first to second. Runner at third able to score for for MVP, and it's now 6-0.
Wow.
Titans with the lead, and still at the plate is Paxton Nedved. And a swing and a miss in the count 0-2. Well, they've been thrown over with Feister at first. That time they were going to get him picked off, but the pitcher did not throw. Now the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on, hit to left field. Left fielder heading back, and nice catch. Right in front of the fence. And the catch made by Andrew Holtzman, and that will put an end to the top of the 4th inning for the Titans. They get one, and they lead by a score of 6-0. And we'll be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
From the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, Steve Ammerman, Clayson Davis back in Belfouche. State VFW Teener Baseball Tournament. Earlier today, WIN Gators beat Belfouche 10-9 to advance to play in the semifinals in our next game today against Mobridge. The winner of this game between MVP and West Central will play at around 5:30 against the area Dinos. Belfouche will play tomorrow in the 5th place game at 9 a.m. as we get ready to go here with the bottom of the 4th. 6-0 is the score. MVP Titans with the lead over West Central. And the Trojans will send up their catcher, Hayden Whiting, to lead off the home half of the 4th inning. Feister, the left-hander, back to the mound. He's thrown 45 pitches as we head to the 4th. And the first pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Nedved, or I should say Whiting, the batter. 0-1 count. Pitch swung on, foul tip caught by the catcher, strike 2. Whiting 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Feister ahead in the count, 0-2. And the pitch. A little upstairs for a ball. West Central still looking for their first hit of the day.
Oh.
So they have no hits here as they bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Feister's pitch, ball 2, and the count evens out at 2-2. Say thanks to Waring Motors in Belfouche, Pete's Clothing, Hodge, Bootery, and Bell for bringing you today's game. And there's a swing and a miss, and down goes Hayden Whiting for the first out. American Colloid Company in Belfouche, Colony, Wyoming, and 212 Trekking and Repair in Clark, South Dakota help bring you this tournament this weekend in Belfouche. And now it's the second baseman, Eli Kane, the number 3 hitter in the Trojan lineup batting. Kane today, I believe he was hit by a pitch his first time up, and he'll take a strike.
Now Feisner, he's started the game really going all over the strike zone. Now he's really honed in on that inside corner. And again, he has the speed to get it there in time as well.
A 1 pitch, it's the outside corner, strike 2.
Now going back inside out, he's just hitting his spots.
Well, he's got a 6-run lead. And let it rip. Nobody on base, 1 out. Here's the pitch outside for a ball.
Maybe let it rip too far to the outside.
And the count 1-2. And that's fouled at the screen.
Keep it here at 1-2. course, join us tomorrow at 9 o'clock. It is the third and final day of this year's coverage of the South Dakota VFW State Tournament. Action beginning at 9 o'clock with the 5th place game, followed up by the 3rd place game and the championship.
Ball bounces in, and the count now 2-2.
I believe that struck the ump.
Everybody's getting hit by
no one is
today.
safe.
It's the second time now for the home plate umpire.
If you're involved with this game, you are in the danger zone. So, Steve, we should be ready.
We haven't had a foul ball hit us.
Yeah.
Can it? Could. We're trying. Yeah, it could.
It's got to fly
top.
perfectly.
Yeah. Has that one ever been in here yet? No? All right. Well, today might be the day.
We said it. The announcer jinx is true.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, popped up, and that's over us and out of play. Boom. Oh.
Fell right on top of our Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. The official sports medicine provider to several teams in the Black Hills and in Northeast Wyoming.
2-2 count on Kane. Here's the pitch from Feister, and he looks at strike 3. That is the 8th strikeout this afternoon for Feister, who has yet to allow a hit, and there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning.
This one just a high arcing fastball. A little bit of an off-speed pitch from Feisner, and just found the zone to make it 2 outs. No one on for West Central. And just continues inside with another strike.
Throwing strikes, Talon Sickmiller, the batter, the cleanup hitter, the center fielder today for West Central. He's behind in the count 0-1. Now he bounces one out to the shortstop. Hoffman tries to backhand it, and it goes off of his glove, and that should be an error on the shortstop. And a runner on base now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning for West Central.
So not necessarily a hit, but West Central, even though they're hitless, I think at this point they just need to find a way to get people on base.
That'll bring up Cooper Ball. Ball, the shortstop now after the pitching change. He started the game at 3rd base. Right-handed hitter. First pitch from Feister. A ball.
Now Feisner's going to go with that delayed windup.
Now they call a balk on that little move with the pitcher. So a balk, and that will send the base runner, Sickmiller, down to 2nd. I actually was looking down. I really didn't see it.
wondering when they were going to possibly call those.
So moving over to 2nd is Sickmiller. Ball, the batter, has a 1-0 count. 2 outs, swings, it's a bouncer towards the shortstop, gets a nice hop. Hoffman across the diamond to 1st, and the batter is out, and that will put an end to the 4th inning. Your score after 4. It's MVP 6 and West Central nothing. Back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Casino invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Gold Dust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
In a land of clutter and chaos, the Container Queen has you covered. At False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, we've got premium containers and custom sheds fit for royalty. Whether you want to buy new or used, she can handle the delivery. High cube, side doors, double doors, you name it, she's got it. Visit fbccontainersandstorage.com or call today. False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, home of the Container Queen.
Missing a meal. So it's still a 6-0 contest. West Central trailing MVP. The Titans looking to be the 2nd straight 3 seed to advance to the semifinal. And still on the mound for the Titans For the Trojans is Hayes Kane. He starts off with the strike.
There's a bouncer foul, third base side. Carter Johnson, who started the game as the pitcher for West Central, now playing third. Hayes Kane in relief. Began the inning with 34 pitches. And right now, batting, it's Mason DeGeese, the second baseman for MVP. And the count now 0-2 on him. Hayes Kane's pitch. Ball one.
Inside. Kane 36 throws. DeGeese 0 for 1.
Swings and hits a foul ball. Out of play down the third base side. And the count 1-2 on Mason DeGeese, leading off the 5th inning for the Titans. Hayes Kane wind up and the 1-2. Ball 2. Seen a little bit of everything in this game.
Honestly, we have. It's been a weird game.
2 balks. What about 7 hit batters?
Yeah.
Triple that was almost a home run. There's a line drive. Third baseman lets the ball play him, and it goes into left field for a base hit. Did not get in front of it. He kind of tried to side saddle that one a little bit and got past him and into left field. And the leadoff batter is aboard.
That's hit number 6. Or hit number 7, that is, for MVP.
Central still looking for their first hit. And the batter now is Ethan Hoffman, the shortstop for Mount Vernon Plankington.
Starts off with a ball.
And a throw over to first, and the runner is back. Hoffman is 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Hoffman back into the box. Hayes Kane, the pitcher. And he bunts. Nice bunt up the first base line. Picked up by Kane, the pitcher, off the mound, and the ball is handcuffs the first baseman, Johnson. And the runner, Hoffman, is going to be safe at first.
Another routine play. As we take a look at that in our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. Yeah, it hits Jackson right in the glove. And like you said, Steve, just handcuffed him. And now runners at first and second. No outs.
And that will bring up Will Tobin, the right fielder. Tobin squares to bunt. Misses. And it's 0-1. So runners at first and second. That was a nice bunt by Hoffman. That was going to be a tough play to get him at first. Got the runner into scoring position as well. So it's first and second now with nobody out for MVP.
Worked so well. See if they want to try it again.
They lead it 6-0. And as Tobin put the bunt down, he squared the first pitch. Not this time, and takes the ball outside. Now they throw down to second. The runner slowly coming back to the bag, and he's tagged out. The catcher throws down to second, and the base runner, Mason DeGeest, kind of walking back to the bag, and they got him.
Really just wasn't really paying attention out there. And that's about the cheapest way to get your first out, and that also takes a runner off of scoring position.
So a runner at first now and 1 out for MVP. And the count now on Will Tobin is 1-2. Hayes Kane from the stretch. Hoffman is the runner at first. Pitch high. And the count evens out at 2-2. Kane takes a look over at Hoffman. Has a pretty decent lead here. And the pitch, that's hit the other way, right side, and it's going to be foul just over the first baseman's head. And it remains 2-2 on Will Tobin. Preston Nedved in the on-deck circle for MVP. Tobin. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Big strikeout for Kane and West Central. And after that pickoff, runner still stays at first. Now there's 2 outs.
And that'll bring up the first baseman, Preston Nedved.
Could possibly keep a little asterisk depending on what West Central can do on offense with that pickoff at second. So we've seen teams start to mount comebacks at this point in games yesterday and in game number 1.
Nedved 0 for 1. Batting now with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Runner remains Ethan Hoffman over at first base for the Titans. Kane Hayes, the pitcher, swing and a miss. And now Nedved is behind in the count, 0-2.
Big pitch coming for Hayes Kane. Get out of the inning and just dig into this 6-run lead. Runner goes from first.
Pitch high and the throw off the mark and into center field, but the center fielder backing it up nicely. Now he bobbles it and it rolls away from him, but Hoffman will stay at second, so he gets a stolen base. And he's in scoring position with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. Now on Preston Nedved.
That center field bobble, you almost wonder if Hoffman could have ran, but
he could have, but he wasn't anticipating the center fielder to bobble it out there.
Now the 1-2 is low. 2-2. Deuce is wild. Runner on second. 6-2 in game number 2.
Kane with the pitch. And that hit the runner, so he's out, and that'll end the inning. So the base runner, Hoffman, hit by the ball. We've seen everything today.
It's been a weird game.
4.5 innings, 6-0 MVP. Back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Now you don't have to. The Millstone Family Restaurant can fill that void. From a hearty home-style breakfast served all day to daily specials to the soup and salad bar, the Millstone is your place for classic comfort food made fresh all day long. Locally owned and operated, the Millstone is part of the Spearfish community. Don't be shy. Pull up a chair at our table. Whether you're a local or if you're only in town for the weekend, make yourself at home at the Millstone Family Restaurant off I-90 exit 12 in Spearfish.
For 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC-certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14, Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Bottom of the 5th in what has been, again, as alluded to, a weird game. Hit by pitches, box, an out from a ball hitting a base runner, pickoff attempts. We haven't had a fight yet and not a home run, but let's hope that only one of those things happen.
Well, Tice Feister is working on a no-hitter.
Yeah.
For MVP.
You might have just announcer jinxed him.
Was that a jinx, you guys think? So everybody, because I'm correct, right? He's got no hits. Yeah. So everybody thinks I'm going to jinx him. So Feister back to the mound. He'll face the left-hander Maddox Jackson here to start the 5th for West Central. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Jackson has had some big hits in game number 1, so if there's any time to have the announcer jinx, this
I don't believe in announcer jinx. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Feister does it all. He catches. He plays shortstop. He's pitching today. He's left-handed, too. You don't usually see a left-handed shortstop or a catcher. He does the pregame, too, for him when they hit the ball and do their pregame warm-ups. He's out there, the player. He was hitting to everybody today. There's a swing and a miss. And the count now 1-2.
Probably drove the van down here as well.
Possibly. He's had a nice game.
Has. Up 1-2 for versus Jackson, the leadoff hitter. West Central, again, hitless, scoreless. And that's a dropped third strike.
Swing and a miss, throw down to first, and they get Jackson, so there's one away. So Feister with another strikeout.
That's what, 9 or 10?
Well, let me tell you, that's number 9. So one away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. MVP leading 6-0.
Feistner up to 64 pitches as well.
So Feister gets the leadoff hitter Jackson. That'll bring up Kane Grace, the right fielder. Swings and misses at the first one, 0-1.
Goes inside and hard on the inside.
Grace 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Right-handed hitter, pitch high.
This one looked like it was going to loft high, but it just curves just to top of the strike zone.
1-1 the count. Feister's pitch inside for a ball.
Sounded like someone was trying to peel out somewhere in Belfouche.
Nobody has hit the green bin. Ethan DeShock is the last person to hit that green bin out in right field. There's a foul ball off to the right side. I actually talked to Ethan last night.
Is it true? The story's true?
He says he actually hit the library, too.
Oh, okay.
He said his mom used to always take him to the library in Belfouche when he was a kid growing up. 2-2 is the count. Feister to great. Oh, there's a ball up the middle, fielded by the short off his glove, and that is probably going to be a hit. Hit.
It was only a matter of time.
Okay. So you guys are saying I jinxed him.
We're not saying it's your fault, Steve, but we're saying it also didn't help.
All right, first hit of the day for West Central. Kane Grace, base hit up the middle. Try there by Hoffman, but couldn't come up with it. And on base now is Kane Grace at first base, and that'll bring up the left fielder Andrew Holtzman. Holtzman 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up.
It's the first base runner that West Central's had probably since either the first or second innings.
There's a swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. And from the stretch, Feister. A little hesitation, brings it home. Hoffman swings. Did he nick that or did he miss it? The runner goes down to second.
Missed.
Okay, so the runner did go to second.
I think that's just going to be a wild pitch.
So a swing and a miss, and
oh, they did say that was a strike.
Yeah, he swung and missed. I was wondering maybe if he nicked it and it was a foul ball, but it wasn't. So King Grace able to take second on the play. He's there now with 1 out.
So now how does he deal with trying to pick off second, and instead will go high?
He also leads the game, Feister does, and most times his hat has come off.
I think he's running away with the lead in that stat category for the tournament.
And he might have the dirtiest uniform, although his teammate Hoffman, his is pretty dirty as well. So he's been getting dirty and allowing just 1 hit, doing a good job on another. A swing and a miss, and another pitch that gets past the catcher. It's strike 3. Hoffman, or rather Holtzman's going to hustle down to first, and he's going to be safe. So he strikes out, but the ball gets by the catcher. First base was not occupied, and he's going to be safe at first. So they got runners at first and third. Does West Central now, trailing 6-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's easily the best scoring opportunity that the Trojans have had this entire game. And it seems like right around this 4th or 5th inning is when these comebacks start to mount up.
Aiden Luth into the batter's box, the designated hitter, batting 9th today. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And now a throw over to first, and the runner back safely.
We've already had 2 balks called today, 1 against either team.
Feister from the stretch. Luth the batter. And he'll throw over again. Nedved had to kind of go over the sliding base runner to grab that ball and save it from getting away. And there is a runner at third. Here's the pitch. It's the first pitch, and it's called strike to Aiden Luth. It's 0-1.
See, that time, Feistner on the mound, he didn't do the hesitation with the leg lift. He just quickly went after Luth at home plate and threw a fastball that Luth wasn't ready for strike one.
Well, time called at the plate by the batter, Luth.
Now he wants to make sure he is ready for this next pitch.
So Feister from the stretch takes a look at the runner at first, throws over again. They're asking for a balk. He's safe.
We'll take a look at that in our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay and see how close it is. And
Feister is arguing with the umpire, Greg Warren, right now. He wanted the pickoff.
Close.
Now Warren talking with Feister, who's off to the side of the mound, regrouping.
And that was close. You saw the replay. It was about simultaneously getting to the plate simultaneously. Let's make sure I pronounce the word right.
Luth's been at the plate a long time, but he's only seen one pitch.
Yeah.
He waits this 0-1. And there goes the runner to second. They throw it back to the mound, and they let the runner take second as they wanted to hold the runner at third, so they just throw it back to the pitcher. So and now it's second and third for West Central.
And an 0-2 count with one out. Good scoring opportunity for West Central. It's just, can they get a hold of Feister's pitch?
Luth behind in the count 0-2. That's a ball, and the count now 1-2. On the designated hitter for the Trojans, Aiden Luth. Hayes Kane would be up next for West Central. Here's the pitch from Feister, and a swing and a miss, and down goes Luth.
Just another fastball right over top of the plate. Strikeout number 10, I do believe.
That'll bring up Hayes Kane.
Yeah. 10 or 11.
He's had 2 strikeouts this inning. One of the strikeouts, actually was this his third strikeout of the inning.
Yeah.
One of the runners was safe on a third strike.
So runner still at first and second.
2 away. And the first pitch is a ball. Runners at second and third, and Feister with the pitch. And that's hit towards the right side on one hop to the second baseman. DeGeest will pick it up and flip it over to Nedved for the out, and that will put an end to the fifth inning for West Central. Score after 5, I should say. It's 6-0 MVP. Back after this on KDSJ-TV.
Frontier Days, the daddy of them all, born out of the American frontier and still standing tall, the world's largest outdoor rodeo and authentic Western celebration. In the heart of the American West, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Come salute our American heroes in the air, in the arena, and in the streets of Cheyenne this July. For tickets, info, and updates, go to cfdrodeo.com. See you in Cheyenne.
Stop at Dairy Queen and Spearfish at the mouth of Spearfish Canyon for food, treats, and something sweet. Home of the ever-changing Blizzard menu featuring a Blizzard of the Month you gotta try while it lasts. Grab great value with the $7 lunch. Choose a burger or chicken strips plus a sundae or upgrade to a small Blizzard. Try the new DQ cupcake treats. Cool off with refreshing DQ sparklers and coolers and satisfy any craving with classic DQ soft serve favorites. And don't forget ice cream cakes and Blizzard cakes for birthday celebrations or just because. Dairy Queen Spearfish. Happy tastes good.
If it could be imagined.
Back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Coverage of the South Dakota VFW State Baseball Tournament brought to you in part by Graps Burgers and Brews in Belle Fourche. After or before a game this weekend, cool off at Graps, where you'll have your choice at over 20 different burgers, along with salads, chicken nuggets, and a wide variety of local, domestic, and imported brews on tap. Van Gorp leading off the inning. First pitch swinging, pops it foul, and the catcher Hayden Whiting comes over to make the catch, and there's one away here in the top of the 6th inning for the MVP Titans, who have a 6-0 lead.
Honestly, Hayes Kane has, ever since he's come onto the mound, he's done a pretty good job.
And now batting is the shortstop, the number 2 hitter in the MVP lineup, Keegan Hill. Kane has 5 strikeouts recorded. Now Hilt pops one up on the infield, and the pitcher calls for it. And Hayes Kane makes the grab, and 2 pop-ups, 1 foul, 1 fair, and 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Tice Feister. And again, they check his belt. He's been diving back to the bag when he's been on base, pitching. Now getting his equipment in order. And he'll step into the box. Kane Hayes, first pitch, a ball. Feister.
I think a 0 for 1 today.
0 for 1 with a run scored.
Stares at back-to-back balls thrown into the ground. 2-0 here at the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, and West Central needing a fast inning.
Here's another ball. 3-0 to Feister.
Again, the loser will take on Bellefouche tomorrow morning for 5th place. Winner will advance to take on the area Dinos in the nightcap tonight for a spot in the state championship tomorrow afternoon.
Hayes Kane's 3-0, taken all the way is Feister for a strike, and the count is 3-1.
Feisner not even showing any intent to take that 3-0. Now having to step back in.
And he'll take ball 4. And Feister's aboard with 2 outs for MVP. That'll bring up the catcher, Tanner Baker. Baker today 0 for 1. Struck out, his only official plate appearance. He's walked. He might have been one of the ones that's been hit by a pitch. Yes, he has. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. So Feister, the runner at first. And Baker will step into the box with 2 outs. Kane's first pitch, swing and a miss.
Another one right down the center of the plate from Kane. He's thrown 62 pitches in relief for Johnson.
Kane from the stretch. Pitch, swung on, hit hard to left, and that's going to drop for a base hit. And they'll have runners at first and second.
So just a single out to left field. Not a super hard hit ball, but still enough to garner a hit. MVP, I believe that's their 5th or 6th. It is indeed their 6th. So the hits tying the runs for the Titans. 2 on, 2 out.
So Baker gets his first hit of the day, and Paxton Nedved will come to the plate, the 3rd baseman for MVP. Titans have runners at first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Kane from the stretch. Look back at the runner at second. Pitch, low one outside to Nedved.
It's going to be ball 1. Paxton 1 for 2.
3rd baseman today, batting 5th in the order for MVP. Hayes Kane's pitch. Strike called, and it's 1-1.
Another fastball right over top of the home dish. Whenever he's been able to throw strikes, it's MVP has been swinging too many at him.
That one's inside and low, and the count 2-1.
Still got 2 more games to go here on KDSJ Sports. 2 semifinal contests. WIN and Mulbridge coming up. Supposed to start at 3, and then the nightcap tonight at 5:30 between the winner of this game and the Dinos.
There's a ball into the dirt, bounces high, gets away from Whiting, the catcher, looking to see who he can maybe try to throw and get out, but everybody moves up and easily advances on that pitch. And so now they got runners at second and third, does MVP. And the count now 3-1 on Paxton Nedved.
The Geese getting ready to warm up. Another ball would load the bases for him with 2 outs.
And there's ball 4. Bases are full. And DeGeest will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Has an RBI. He's also struck out. And he's been hit by a pitch today. So the right-handed hitter will step in with the bases loaded for MVP, who leads by a score of 6-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. And the first pitch taken for a strike.
Still 6-0. West Central cannot afford to have a run score.
Hayes Kane. Pitch swung on and missed by DeGeest.
So Kane just a strike away from getting out of this jam. 3 on, already trailing by 6.
Here's the 0-2. Inside, low, ball 1.
So Kane, 1 to go fast. Would like to have that one maybe go more over the plate. That's where he's had his success.
Here's the pitch from Kane. And that's fouled off. The coach of the MVP Titans. Nice play.
It's Chris Hill over there. Keeping it here at 1-2.
And now the 1-2 to DeGeest.
Swung on and missed.
And that will put an end to the 6th inning for MVP. They do not plate any runs. They still lead 6-0 after 5.5. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Eaton Construction in Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling. Construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
Hill and Optical.
Welcome back to more South Dakota VFW State Tournament action. MVP leading West Central in the championship elimination game. Loser will no longer be eligible for this year's state title. Winner will advance to the semifinals versus the Dino of Clark, Willow Lake, Hamlin area. Thank you to more of our sponsors, including, but not limited to, Burgers Place in Ipswich. Open from noon to close. Burgers Place has it all. Drive-up window, video lottery, pool, darts, and more. Visit them at 337 First Avenue in Ipswich, South Dakota. I also want to thank Grand Central Sea Station in Mulbridge, Ike Law Office in Hartford. Also want to thank Waring Motors in Belle Fourche and 212 Trucking and Repair in Clark, South Dakota. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and West Central needing to put some runs on the board. Trailing by 6 and only 6 outs to make up 6 runs.
Feisner back on the mound. 5 innings. He's allowed just 1 hit. He has struck out 11 and has walked 2.
And starts off with another strike on West Central.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled at the plate. Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Trojans is their catcher, Hayden Whiting. Whiting today is 0 for 2, struck out both times.
Now Now pops one high.
Well, it can be trouble over the shortstop's head. Hoffman going out. It's going to drop out there right in front of the left fielder for a hit. And that is the second hit of the day for West Central as Hayden Whiting drops one into left field, and that'll bring up Eli Kane.
So that's, I believe, just the second hit for West Central,
It
second
is.
or third. So that puts runner on first. Try to dig into this 6-run lead for the Titans.
So the runner at first is Whiting, and Feister will throw over that way, and he's back. Well, he's a guy, as a coach, you don't have to remind to check the runners on base. Sometimes coaches have to remind their pitchers there's a runner on base. You don't have to with Feister. And there goes Whiting. Here's the pitch. And the throw down is not in time. Whiting able to steal second base for the Trojans. And Eli Kane at the plate now, the runner in scoring position.
It's a 1-0 count as well after the ball. As Feisner now north of 84 pitches.
And Kane hits one down the third base line. That's fair. Whiting to third, and they're going to stop him there. And hustling into second is Eli Kane. We'll give him a double. So Kane makes it second and third.
Again with the velocity, this one just rides the line and falls on the fair side of the left field foul line. Puts runners at second and third and just one out.
Nobody out.
Nobody out.
Nope. Whiting led off the inning, and then Kane follows with the double, so it's second and third.
And no outs.
And they'll get a courtesy runner in for the catcher, Whiting.
It's going to be number 32, Jeff Whiting.
So Jeff Whiting, the courtesy runner for the catcher.
So West Central easily their best scoring opportunity. They had another one in the last inning, but this one coming with no outs. And this is going to be contact over top of the fans sitting at right field for a foul.
Talon Sickmiller is the batter, the cleanup hitter, the center fielder today for West Central. Sickmiller is 0 for 2. Feisner with the pitch. And that's outside and high. And the count 1-1. West Central trying to get on the board. They trail 6-0 here, batting in the home half of the 6th inning. Feisner's pitch. That's fouled out of play. Kind of jammed him inside. His hand's stinging a little bit after that. Going batting glove less is the batter, Talon Sickmiller. How many players do you see not wearing a batting glove?
Not very many anymore.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Feisner.
That is number 1 this inning. Runner still at third and second. West Central now 5 outs remaining left in this game. Becomes the third baseman, Cooper Ball.
Feisner with his 12th strikeout today. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now the first pitch fouled back to the screen.
So now West Central this inning seems to has had a better time making contact with a few of these pitches from Feisner. Of course, Tice has also been on the mound for 90-plus throws.
Cooper Ball at the plate, fouled that first one out. Back, it's 0-1. Now the next pitch in for a ball, and the count evens out at 1-1 on the shortstop right now for West Central.
And now you wonder also if you're West Central, and of course you're going to throw Feisner as much as you can, but who do you have to back him up, as this is going to go back against the plate, and
the runner scores.
So the first run of the day is going to be courtesy of a passed ball. West Central not blown out this game, as it's now a 6-1 and a 5-run lead for the MVP Titans.
So the runner from third scores. The runner at second, Eli Kane, moves over to third. And he's there now with 1 out, and the count on Cooper Ball is 2-1. So Feisner after that wild pitch as a run score. Here's the 2-1 to ball. Called strike.
Tied back up at 2. Again, Feisner, he's been able to work every single part of the zone and has hit it with velocity as well.
So a 2-2 pitch with 1 out. And that is fouled out on the right side.
So still 2-2. Feisner still with a bit of zip, but again, north of 90 pitches. I'd be surprised if he can go the full 7 innings.
Doesn't look like it. Never know. There's a pop-up. Out towards center field. Hill, a long run in, makes the catch. Runner tags. Hill's throw to the plate. It's in time, but it gets past the catcher.
Right by.
And a run scores. So that will turn out to be a sacrifice fly for Cooper Ball and an RBI as Eli Kane able to score. And 2 runs in now here in the bottom of the 6th inning for West Central, and they trail 6-2.
Now the lead is just 4.
And we've seen this tournament. People have come back. And now West Central with a couple of runs on the board. That'll bring up their first baseman, Maddox Jackson, left-handed hitter. Feister's first pitch in for a strike.
Goes low.
Jackson is 0 for 2. He's struck out both times today for West Central. Has an 0-1 count. Base is empty now and 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-2. Feister has 12 strikeouts today. Here's his 0-2 pitch. And checking is Jackson. And it's a ball. And the count 1-2. Now Feister. Low, ball 2. So he started him out 0-2. Now the count evened out at 2-2.
And Feisner really wound up and wanted that fastball to land in the zone. This is pitch 100 coming for Tice.
And it's hit up towards the second baseman. He's going to have to backhand this, get up and throw, and he does. And the throw is in time.
Wow, good play.
To get Maddox Jackson, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play by Mason DeGeese, the second baseman for MVP. And we have played 6 complete here in Belle-Fourche. It's now 6-2 MVP. We'll be back with the 7th inning right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy, affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Pillin Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Pillin Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Todd Poling and the A&W team are excited to be bringing the classic A&W brand back to Spearfish in the Northern Black Hills. And they're even more excited to be cheering on the Spearfish Spartans. Stop in for delicious burgers, chicken tenders, cheese curds, and of course their world-famous root beer made fresh in-house every day. Scan the QR code on your screen or mention the code Spartans25 for 10% off orders all day, every day. A&W and Spearfish, inside Walmart on 1st Avenue. Let's go Spartans!
Top of 7, MVP still leading, but the lead is now trimmed the 4 runs at 6-2. The Titans, their final 3 outs at bat to add on some insurance runs against Hayes Kane, will lead things off with a strike. Ethan Hoffman leading things off for the Titans.
Kane has pitched 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, just 1 run. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts, so he's done a nice job coming in relief after that slow start where they hit a lot of batters. Here's a ball rolled down the first base line, and it rolls right to Maddox Jackson in fair territory, and he'll step on the bag and retire the leadoff hitter for MVP Ethan Hoffman here in the top of the 7th inning.
It bounced right on the line, and then I believe Hoffman thought that was going to be foul and was getting ready to wind up again, and then realized that that's a fair ball, and he was out immediately.
There's a ball hit to the right side. That's going to drop. The second baseman fields it. Nobody covering the bag because Jackson, the first baseman, kind of tried to make a play on it, so he was no way near it. And Hayes Kane, the pitcher, did not cover, but they probably thought that ball was actually into right field. But the second baseman did a nice job for West Central getting over there and grabbing that ball, Eli Kane, but he had nobody to throw to at first base. So a hit. Runner on with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning for MVP. That breaks in for a strike. Oh, they called that a ball.
Oh.
You got to get up the replay. I got to check that one. I'm joking.
I didn't get that one.
All right. Here's pitch. Outside. 2-0 now is the count on Nedved.
Drops low. Both pitchers. Of course, we've talked a lot about Feisner, but Hayes Kane has also done a pretty good job ever since he's entered the game on the mound.
Will Tobin, the runner at first. After that hit, Preston Nedved is the batter. And the count now 2-1 on Nedved. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen.
Makes it 2-2.
Preston Nedved 0 for 2 this afternoon for MVP. They have a total of 7 hits in the game, and they lead 6-2. Hayes' pitch, that's lined into center field for a base hit. Tobin will stop at second, and Preston Nedved gets his first hit of the day, and that'll bring up Walker Van Gorp, the leadoff hitter today for MVP. And Van Gorp is 2 for 3. He's got a triple. He's got an RBI. He's scored 2 runs.
All right, now for MVP, can't get picked off as well.
First pitch, swung on and lined down the right field line, foul. He had that triple earlier. He was thinking he might have had a home run on that, but came up a little bit short and turned it into a triple. Behind in the count, 0-1. Hayes Kane pitching from the stretch with runners at first and second. Yeah, that's a called strike to Van Gorp, and he's now behind in the count, 0-2. Kane takes a look at the runner. Tobin at second. Pitch to Van Gorp outside for a ball, and it's 1-2.
Of course, coming up next, Game 3, semifinal number 1. WIN Gators in a rematch versus the Mulbridge Crusaders coming your way here on KDSJ Sports. Winner will advance to the state championship tomorrow afternoon.
There's a foul ball back, and it remains 1-2 on Will Van Gorp. Or I should say Walker Van Gorp. Will Tobin, the runner at second. And the runner at first is Preston Nedved for West Central, or I should say MVP. Van Gorp awaits the pitch. Waits on it, hits it hard to the second baseman, and Kane gets the force at second. He had to field that and then turn back around and get the force. I thought he was just going to first base, but he got the runner there at second. And that's the second out. Nice play.
Might have been an easier play, but flipped his hips completely around and took care of the lead runner. And 2 outs. Runner still at first. Excuse me, runners at first and third.
That'll bring up Keegan Hill, the shortstop right now. Started the game in center field. Pitch outside for a ball. So runners at first and third for Hill. Hill today is 1 out of 3. He's walked once. He's scored a couple of runs. Pitch.
Sails high. Again, if you're just joining us here on KDSJ-TV, MVP jumped out to a 5-0 lead after 2 innings, added 1 more in the 4th as a throw over to first, not going to be in time to pick off Van Gorp. Then the Titans added one in the fourth, but West Central added two the last half inning. Looking for one more out. Keep runners planted at first and second and only have to make up 4 runs with 3 outs to do so.
And the count 2-1 on Hill. And he hits one high, deep into right field, and that's going to be over the right fielder's head, and 1 run scores. Here comes Van Gorp rolling around third, and he'll score on the stand-up double by Keegan Hill. A 2-run double.
Big swing of the bat. Grace at right field had to turn all the way around to try to track it down, and with 2 outs, MVP pushes the lead back up to 6. It's 8-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard with 2 outs.
Well, they get those 2 runs back that West Central scored in the bottom of the 6th. So here in the top of the 7th, it's a 6-run lead again. And to the plate comes Tice Feister, the pitcher. Feister 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. He's walked. He has scored a run. And there's a ball, and it's 2-0. So Hill with that 2-run double, standing at second base for the Titans. Hayes Kane almost hit Feister again.
And now it's 3-0.
Actually, Feister's been hit twice today. Taken all the way, strike. And the count now 3-1. Hayes Kane with the 3-1 offering, swung. Fly ball, shortstop calling for it, and he'll make the catch. Does Cooper Ball, and that will put an end to the 7th inning. But 2 runs come home for the MVP Titans, and they lead 8-2. Last chance for West Central, and we'll be back with more right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Happen. From fender benders to deer crossings, it's just part of life. When it happens, take it to Jake's Collision Repair with 2 locations in Sturgis and Spearfish. Locally owned and serving the Black Hills for over 15 years, Jake's delivers top quality repairs using state-of-the-art equipment, advanced training, and eco-friendly paint systems. Their technicians are ICAR and PPG certified, and they work with any insurance company. So when collisions happen, and they will, choose Jake's Collision Repair.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see that.
So to the bottom of 7 we go. Tice Feisner still on the mound. He's going to finish out his pitch count. We will see one more pitcher from MVP. And
not necessarily.
Well,
he's at 100. He's got 5 pitches.
Unless it's a fly out or ground out every single time. But either way, Feisner will attempt to close out this game. I bet if you chalked it up to Tice, he would rather get a strikeout and then 2 pop-ups to end the game.
And King Grace will lead it off for West Central, who trails 8-2 now as they bat in the bottom of the 7th inning.
So that's 101 now for Tice. And now that's 102. So this...
You might be right.
I might be.
Okay.
I'm not right all the time, but when I am.
King Grace is 1 out of 2 today for West Central. Weissner's pitch.
3-0.
Feister today has walked 2. He has struck out 12. And it's the 4-pitch walk there. And King Grace is aboard. So this will be his last batter as Andrew Holtzman comes to the plate, the left fielder. Holtzman 0-2. So Holtzman will step in, right-handed batter for West Central. And the pitch gets away from the catcher, and King Grace will move up to second base, so he's in scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Again, those 2 runs from MVP last inning on that double keeps it a 6-run lead. So the new pitcher for MVP, whoever it'll be, will have some cushioning. But if Feisner can end his day with an out, it would help a lot as he comes back with a strike, and it's 1-1.
Andrew Holtzman, the left fielder, with a 1-1 count. Feisner looks into his catcher Baker for a sign. The pitch, swing and a miss, got past the catcher, and Kane Grace will move over to third base now, and he's there with nobody out. Led off the inning with a 4-pitch walk. And now he's at third, and the count is 1-2 on Holtzman. Feisner.
Swing and a miss.
Ends with a strikeout. So he strikes out Holtzman, his 13th strikeout of the day. And they're going to make a pitching change. And we're going to take a timeout. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 8-2 is the score. MVP over West Central. Back after this on KDSJ-TV.
This is a competitive sport. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we understand the competitive market. We make it our mission to understand and respect your business, and we want to do everything we can within our power to help you succeed. Hard work, dedication, and responsibility, that is the same values that we offer at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and we're very proud to have all you be our customers. We invite you to come bank with us.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
So Tice Feisner's day is done with 13 strikeouts. Is that correct?
Yes.
13 strikeouts. And now into pitch for the MVP Titans is going to be Mason Degas. Starts off with the ball.
And Aiden Luth, the DH, up there. And in for a strike. So the numbers on Feister today, 6 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 3, struck out 13.
Say it's a pretty good day.
That's very good. He's now playing shortstop. Hoffman has moved from shortstop to second. DeGeest had been at second base. He's now on the mound and gets a strike, and the count now 1-2 on Luth. Close. Ball 2. And now the 1-2 pitch, or 2-2 pitch to Luth. Ball 3, and it's full. Luth today 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts.
Still have a runner on third.
That is Kane Grace, who led off the inning with a walk. There's strike 3 called, and that'll be the second out. And now the Trojans are down to their last batter.
Again, the winner will take on the Dinos later tonight. Loser will play for 5th place tomorrow morning.
And it's Hayes Kane trying to keep it going for West Central. They've got 2 outs now. And he'll hit a bouncer in the gap, fielded by the shortstop. That's Feister. Long throw across. And fittingly,
of course,
he moves to shortstop and makes a great play to end the game. And MVP will get the victory, 8-2, to move into tonight's semifinal matchup with the WIN Gators. Now we'll do a quick little timeout. We'll be back to wrap up this ball game and look ahead to our next 2 right after this on KDSJ-TV.
Quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
So the semifinals are set. MVP. They did not pick up a single win in pool play, yet they're moving on to the semifinals as they beat West Central. Final score 8-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Steve Ammerman, Clayson Davis on the call, and you know, I don't want to say it was a one-man wrecking crew for MVP, but Tice Feisner did a lot for the Titans in order to get to the semifinals.
Well, he pitched great today. He almost got a complete game. He went 6 1/3 innings. He allowed just 3 hits, only 2 runs scored on him, and he struck out 13 today. So he sets the tone on the mound, and then they got some clutch hitting. Walker Van Gorp ended the game with 2 hits, 3 runs scored, had an RBI, and right behind him in the batting order was Keegan Hill. And Hill was 2 out of 4. He had 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs. And also Paxton Nedved today with 3 runs batted in. So they were definitely the leaders for MVP. They jumped out early, got the lead, had it up to 6, and then we saw West Central come back late, get it to 4, but then they scored 2 runs right after that and got it back up to 6 and closed it out for the win. And you kind of mentioned they were the 3 seed out of their pool. And it just shows you how even all the teams are, because there's a team that didn't win yesterday. They tied a game, and now they're playing in the semifinals tonight.
Just like that, they'll take on the area Dinos in the nightcap tonight. First pitch probably right around 6 o'clock, if I were to guess. First semifinal, that's coming up next between the WIN Gators. They beat Belfouche earlier today in a really good game, 10-9. And both 3 seeds upsetting 2 seeds to make it to the semifinals. Mulbridge just getting to the ballpark. They were the number 1 seed in the battalion pool. So they immediately got into the semifinals along with the Dinos. And these 2 teams met in the first game of pool play where Mulbridge beat WIN 4-2. And again, these 2, the winner will advance to tomorrow afternoon's state championship game. And the loser will play for 3rd place, which will be the second game tomorrow on Sunday. I'm ready for a break. You ready for
Let's
a break?
take a little timeout, get ready for the
Take a little break.
semifinals.
That will end this stream here on KDSJ-TV. Again, if you missed any of the action from this game or the previous game or all of Friday, just go to our YouTube channel at KDSJ-TV, go to the live tab. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe, as once you do subscribe, you'll get push notifications when we go live with our next South Dakota VFW State Tournament contest. That's coming up here in a matter of moments. And again, to stay up to date on all the latest news and sports happenings, follow us on Facebook at Black Hills Gold Hits KDSJ. For Steve Ammerman, I'm Clayson Davis. We'll take a little break, and we'll come back with the first semifinal game right here on KDSJ-TV. This stream will end, but the semifinal stream up on our page. We'll see you guys then.